Hi there. It's a brand new month, November 1st, and we're going to start the Proverbs over again. If you can do this 24 times, 2 years, you will have gained wisdom that is supposed to change your entire life. And we're going to try and prove that. This month we're using the New American Standard Bible. And we'll give a little background on that. This is the preface. In the history of the English Bible translations, the King James Version is the most prestigious. This time-honored version of 1611, itself a revision of the Bishop's Bible of 1568, so became the basis for the English Revised Version appearing in 1881, the New Testament, and 1885, the Old Testament. The American counterpart of this last work was published in 1901 as the American Standard Version. The NASB, as a product of both British and American scholarship, has been highly regarded for its scholarship and accuracy. Recognizing the values of the American Standard Version, the Lockman Foundation felt an urgency to preserve these and other lasting values of the American Standard Version by incorporating recent discoveries of Hebrew and Greek textual sources. So they had more sources when they did this one. And by rendering it into more current English. Therefore, in 1959, a new translation project was launched based on the time-honored principles of translation of the American Standard Version and the King James Version. The result is the New American Standard. Okay? Translation for the work on the New American Standard Bible was begun in 1959. In the preparation for this work, numerous other translations have been consulted along with linguistic tools and literature of biblical scholarship. Let me see. Decisions about English renderings were made by a consensus of a team composed of educators and pastors. Subsequently, review and evaluation by other Hebrew and Greek scholars outside the editorial board were sought and carefully considered. The editorial board has continued to function since the publication of the Bible in 1971. Okay, so I started using this Bible in the early 70s when it first came out. I was very excited to get one. And I carried this Bible, I carried my New American Standard Bible for years, all through high school. Always had it with me. Got in trouble for carrying it sometimes, but I didn't care. So we're using the New American Standard Bible. It's a classic. This was pretty much the Bible of America until the New International Version came out, which was a brand new translation that we used last month. So we're going to begin. We're in the New American Standard Bible. And we'll start over again with Proverbs 1. The usefulness of Proverbs. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to discern the sayings of the understanding, to receive instruction in wise behavior, righteous justice and equity, to give prudence to the naive, to the youth, knowledge and discretion. Literally, is simple ones. Now, I use this version of the New American Standard because it has translator's notes in it, in the brackets, and they tell you where they got it. So there's no questions. A wise man will hear and increase in learning, and a man of understanding will acquire wise counsel. To understand a proverb and a figure, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Okay. It all starts with the fear of the Lord. The enticement of sinners. Hear, my son, your father's instructions, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. Indeed, they are a graceful wreath to your head, and ornaments about your neck, or necklaces, littered. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait for blood. Let us ambush the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them alive like Sheol, even whole as those who go down to the pit. We will find all kinds of precious wealth. We will fill our houses with spoil. Throw in your lot with us. We shall have one purse, literally in the midst of us. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Keep your feet from their path, for their feet run to evil, and they hasten to shed blood. Indeed, it is useless to spread a baited net in the sight of any bird. Literally in vain, or possessor of wing. But they lie in wait for their own blood. They ambush their own lives. So are the ways of everyone who gains by violence. It takes away the life of its possessors. Right? A lot of that going on now, huh? Wisdom warns. Wisdom shouts in the street. She lifts her voice in the square. At the head of the noisy street, she cries out. At the entrance of the gates in the city, she utters her sayings. How long, O naive ones, will you love being simple-minded? And scoffers delight themselves in scoffing, and fools hate knowledge, or simple ones. Turn to my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit on you, and I will make my words known to you. Because I called you, and you refused, I stretched out my hand, and no one paid attention. And you neglected all my counsel, and did not want my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your dread comes. When your dread comes like a storm, when your calamity comes like a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then they will call on me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but they will not find me. Because they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. They would not accept my counsel, they spurned all my reproof. So they shall eat of the fruit of their own way and be satiated with their own devices. For the waywardness of the naive will kill them. The naive. Other Bibles use simple or other words, but simple ones. Okay, that's what they call it, simpletons. And the complacency of fools will destroy them. But he who listens to me shall live securely and will be at ease from the dread of evil. Okay. Listens to wisdom. He likens wisdom to a female. Okay. And that's Proverbs 1. Kind of an introduction to everything. Whoops. So, talked all about the Proverbs and what good they do. We highlighted verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. This is true. Some people will not listen no matter what you say. A lot of that going on now, man. There are people that are protesting for stuff and they have no idea what they're protesting for. You know, killers and murderers. There are people protesting in favor of people who want to kill them. And they don't understand. This is the simple, the naive, the fools are talking about. When you see the LGBTQ, the alphabet movement, standing on the side of the Muslims and Gaza and all that stuff, when they openly say they will kill any person that's in the alphabet group, you know, LGBTQ, they kill them without a trial, without any compunction. They just kill them. But they're waving their rainbow flags. Oh, yay for the other team. And it's just people like that are people that they're talking about right here. Crazy. Talks about fools hanging out with evil people. Never ends good. Wisdom shouts in the street. At the head of the noisy street, she cries out. How long, O naive ones, will you be simple-minded? And scoffers delight themselves in scoffing. Yeah. And when they find out they're protesting the wrong thing and it's too late, then they will call on wisdom, but she will not answer. Then they will call on me, but I will not answer when it's too late. They would not accept my counsel. They spurned all my reproof. They're openly saying they will kill you, but you're following them anyways. So they shall eat the fruit of their own way and be satiated with their own devices. For the waywardness of the naive will kill them. Wow. And the complacency of fools will destroy them. Wow. There you go. A lot of stuff in there. But if you listen to wisdom, you shall live securely and will be at ease from the dread of evil. Right? Let's do that. So, that's Proverbs 1 for November 1st in the New American Standard with a little background. We're going to keep at this. The longer we keep at it, the more it'll get ingrained. I'm already, after doing it for 3 months, I can bring a lot of this stuff right to mind, and it's in there. And you want it all to be in there. So, keep reading, keep studying, pray for this world. Man, we're in trouble. God's coming back soon. Jesus will be here. Get him in here where he belongs. See you tomorrow.